if you haven't watched Blue Beetle in movie theaters yet, I really think you should buy tickets to watch movie theaters while you still can, especially if you know where to watch it in IMAX and 4DX. I had a fun time watching Blue Beetle in 4DX.
Yeah.
With all these cool water effects and air blowing effects, and the seats were moving around like a roller coaster without the roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And they even had 4DX for the trailers for the Marvels and Dune Part 2 before the movie played.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the thrilling experience of watching a movie in 4DX and also just watching a movie on the big screen where movie theaters play them are both good reminders to me about how important it is to to not let streaming services dominate dominate all the the means of watching films and television shows. Right? Quincy Brunson made a deal about the accessibility of Quincy Brunson and Tyler James Williams made a big deal about the accessibility of the old-fashioned but reliable accessibility of network television when they made Abbott Elementary. And writers and actors of Two Broke Girls, I can tell that they probably don't want streaming services to take away the royalty checks that they get from syndication, off-network reruns on TBS and buying physical copies of Two Broke Girls on DVD.
Syndication is awesome for people who have kind of seen some episodes, but they can see it all from the beginning, and it's great.
And if you've already seen the episodes, it's super fun to relive them, from season 1 and stuff, and see the difference now, like season 5 versus season 1.
Yeah.
That's why HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Apple TV used to stream Two Broke Girls, but they no longer have them. And I just think the creators of Two Broke Girls or whomever else is in charge of selling the streaming license, they don't want it. They don't want anyone to. They don't really want anyone besides Roku to have the streaming rights to Two Broke Girls anymore. For that reason, So they're already on top of things before the 2023 Hollywood strike occurred.
Right.
What do you think would be a good way for the writers' union and the actors' union to punish the greedy corporations and the platypuses controlling their jobs for not paying the royalty payments that they should be paid? How should the little guys punish the big guys for not giving them what they need to live?
I don't think it's about punishing. I think it's about getting their fair share, being paid appropriately.
10s and 20s? Oh, even my baby sister. All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
Well, how should they incentivize them into getting their fair share?
They're going to hold out until they get what they want. Hold out until the big guys lose enough money to meet their demands.
Right. And I think, so far it's already costing them $4 billion. It's already costing the top executive producers up to $4 billion combined.
They can afford it.
But not forever, because they lose more billions.
Yeah. Let's just hope they don't use that as an excuse to replace them with AI.
Absolutely not. We all know we don't want artificial intelligence to turn writers and actors into a dead career. Artificial intelligence is not a sure thing.
No.
I can't do the humans' jobs for them, right? What do you think humans...
Yeah, they just mix up and regurgitate what's been fed into them. They don't create anything new. They have not, at least not yet, reached the level of creativity of a human writer. Good human writer, the kind of writer you want to hire.
And, I can see why Two Broke Girls wouldn't trust streaming services, because they have a lot of great episodes that, call out the snobby rich people, like when Max stands up to Amy and Adam in Two Broke Girls and the not broke parents, or when Caroline told her grandma who she believes her real family is in the coming out party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's also Two Broke Girls in the Booth Babes, where Max got upset about Ned using her likeness on for the Death Bench video game.
By the way, I'm taking this. I need someone to cover my shift at the diner tomorrow. I don't think you'll need to work at the diner after you're compensated for Ned stealing your likeness.
My mom said it was fine.
I can get money for this? Because I'm pretty sure Grand Theft Auto is based on how I got to New York.
And that was without the aid of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, how unfair. To use her image without her consent.
And
They'll probably even pay her.
well, that's why Max and Caroline demanded to be paid for the game.
Yeah, just use their image. Didn't even ask. And clearly the show was influenced by Occupy Wall Street and Recession and so forth.
Well, yeah, Two Broke
Well,
Girls
yeah.
started in the year 2011.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the year after 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And Two Broke Girls and the Wrecking Ball, the season 5 premiere, is also an interesting one because that's when, like, you know, Max and Caroline and Han were worried about their diner and other small businesses in their community and on their street being taken over by this big IMAX movie theater.
Oh, he'd wiped the whole block out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Max was upset that someone named Max is getting plowed and it's not her.
Yeah, she got nothing out of it.
And while Max, Caroline, and Han were worried about the IMAX theater getting rid of their diner, everyone else on their block wasn't so upset because of how much they'd be paid for a buyout.
Those who owned, yeah.
There isn't enough money in the world to buy out our leases.
Yeah.
Wait, they want to buy us out? Not $20,000, not $30,000.
I could live in India. I wouldn't have to sell these dumb crystals anymore.
To make a long story short, Max, Caroline, and Han found a way to preserve all their small businesses from being taken over by the new IMAX theater, and the rest of them who owned something there that they could have sold and moved out got really angry and ran after Han.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to make big money.
Do you think we're supposed to root for them or against them when they're okay with how much they could have been paid to to give up their spaces to the IMAX theater?
Oh, I think we're meant to root primarily for the Two Broke Girls.
You're right. We want Han, Caroline, and Max to keep their diner intact.
I mean, that's a one-time buyout, but this is their long-term businesses. I mean, it's Joe said in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Williamsburg.
Yeah, Williamsburg, neighborhood of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn certainly has enough population in to support an IMAX theater. But that's just like this, you know, like sort of the mollification or chainification of, you know, Brooklyn to do that. Put in some big commercial thing you just see in the suburbs.
Well, what you just said there about Mom, I think you're a genius. What you just said about one-time buyouts, I think further proves that how much of a problem the Two Broke Girls writers, directors, and actors have with that sort of thing, even without addressing the problem directly through artificial intelligence.
Yeah, one-time buyout.
And that was in the same
ongoing,
season as
yeah.
the Booth Babes.
Right, it's a sustainable business, an ongoing business.
That's
yeah.
why they can't count on streaming revenue to do what live broadcast syndication and buying DVDs and other physical copies of Two Broke Girls things would pay for them after they make the episodes. I heard that Kat Dennings and Beth Behrs actually got paid $150,000 for each Two Broke Girls episode they made. So if they were paid 2% of that payment every time it's syndicated, like the Friends cast did, then that means they'd be paid $3,000. They'd probably be paid $3,000 per rerun.
Wow.
Now, Kat Dennings has been lucky to get a lot of other acting credits before and after Two Broke Girls, like Nick and Norah's Infinite Playlists and the Thor movies and WandaVision, where she reprised her Thor character, and Raising Dad back when she and Brie Larson were kids. But Beth Behrs hasn't done too many other acting credits besides Two Broke Girls and Monsters University and the Neighborhood. So that's why I really wish Beth Behrs would make more time for further acting credits if she wants to have more of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.